I usually do videos about Phoenix, but I decided to go to Prescott, which is about an hour and a half away. And we went to the Heritage Park Sanctuary, which is a really nice zoo. Now, it's not as fancy as the parks in Phoenix. We have two zoos out here, but and if you look at that picture right there, it has like chain link fences. But the nice thing about it, you get closer to the animals. Where at the zoos in Phoenix, usually you're looking far away from, or you have a glass uh, panel. So I did like this zoo a lot, and it was pretty inexpensive to get in there actually. We got there about 11 o'clock, and we were real lucky because we were about to see a panther feeding, and the guy up there that's a rabbit, like the head of a rabbit, and he's putting it on top. He's getting ready for the panther to come out, and they're hiding the food around this enclosure. And the panther is right behind him in that cage. I think you can see him a little bit right now. And now the panther, you can see he's like pacing around. He smells the food. Then, of course, the guy's putting food right in that tire right there. He's kind of hiding it. And there's the panther. So they left also food on top of like rock over here. So that's just a gimme right there. You didn't have to work for that one. I think that was like a hamburger and a fish that he's eating. Now he smells the other food. And he's looking at that rabbit on top. And the guy that feeds that panther was saying that the reason he wants to make it a little bit hard for him just to keep him busy. He doesn't want to make it too easy for him to find the food.
And he has all of the usual flowers. Yeah, you can tell these are very heavy tongs. These are actually the only pair that we can use for him because he spent all of the other ones. Does anybody have any questions about, yeah?
Mom, he almost
Get some
jumped.
freebies because I made it home.
Right.
You got all day to keep on trying. This has survived 2 years with pretty much every other animal in this zoo.
Oh, you can see.
Notch had this ball for 1 day. And as you can see, he made Swiss cheese out of it.
Oh.
He still loves this ball too. If I gave this back to him, he'd play with it for hours and hours. Problem is, once it has holes like this, he could get his mouth stuck on this. And there's nothing we can do about that if he does. We would have to call the vet, he'd have to get started, and the whole process where he could injure himself. And we would have to, so now he does not get his antibiotics anymore. He has one large one.
Now we were there for about 15 minutes, watching them try to find that food, and then we left. But as we were at another exhibit, we heard the crowd clapping because he got that rabbit. I wish I would have stayed for that. But here's a close up, and we're pretty close. Like I said, we're only like 3 feet from looking at that panther. So it's a really neat zoo if you want to get a closer look at animals. Though it's not as big as the zoos in Phoenix, but it's still a great zoo. Here's more exhibits. Oh, we got there. The weather in Prescott was, I think, in the 50s. And I was talking to some of the people that work at the zoo, and they were telling me that they get a few days, like maybe reaching 100, but usually it's during the summertime. Oh, when Phoenix hits 115, Prescott will be like around in the 90s, right around there. But it doesn't snow that often, and it doesn't stay that long. It's not like a really heavy snow. So it's a great place to visit. I plan to go there during the summertime when Phoenix, is in the like July, right around then. I'll probably go back in and really visit it. And they have a lot of stores down there. They have pretty much every store that they have in Phoenix: Costco's, the Walmarts. It has a population of about 50,000. And I tell you, the growth is crazy since when I went there, which was years ago. And here's the wolves exhibit. And they never stayed still. They were always running around. Well, there's a bald eagle. Here's another neat thing. They gave their animals names, which of course pretty much all zoos do. But they also have a little sign what their names are, which is pretty neat. So there's Denki and Tidbit, just relaxing. And here's the goat exhibit. And you can actually walk in with the animals first. So for kids, this is great, really. It's a lot of fun. And there's also a staff member from the zoo. I was in that enclosure. And you can ask questions about the zoo or about whatever, Prescott, whatever. And I was asking a lot of questions about Prescott. And that's where I found out about the weather and the population, all that stuff. And right in front of the zoo, a little to the west, I believe, the east, was a huge lake. So it'd be. I imagine they have a lot of boating out there also too. But it's a great, for me, a great place to visit when when it really gets hot in Phoenix. And this one's just kick back, relaxing. Well, I've really had a good time at the zoo. A nice drive also from Phoenix. So if you get a chance and you want a little different experience in Phoenix, come down here, especially in the summertime. It's great weather. It's not that far from Phoenix, an hour and a half away. Anyway, what I do is I do videos. This one's a little out of the norm. I usually don't do videos outside of Phoenix, but I made an exception. And I mostly do videos about museums in Phoenix, places to go to, places to eat. So if you want to find things to do in Phoenix, look at my channel. I'm always posting new videos up. And if you give me a like and subscribe to my channel to find out the fuzzy things to do in Phoenix. There's quite a bit of Phoenix, things to do in Phoenix. Like I said, we have a population of 4 million. And I grew up here, so I pretty much know the city and how much it's changed over the years. So follow me if you would, and have a good night.